Hello everyone, welcome to our channel once again, and again we are here with Dr. Anil, and thank you so much Dr. Anil for coming to my channel.
You are welcome.
Thank you. We have discussed so many sensitive topics in the last few episodes, which about anger, about pain, about how people are anxious or depressed, and you have touched very relevant points, solutions, how to calm your mind by mindfulness and even meditation, which we are going into detail as well. I wanted to ask that if you can suggest one more way, anything which they can do in their day-to-day life, they can do to make their life better, which is not a kind of a practice, but as a lifestyle, if they can adapt something, if you can suggest, which is which can change their life.
Right. Very good. I'm glad you asked that, because everything originates from the mind as far as what we are discussing.
Mm-hmm.
And mind gives rise to thoughts.
Yes.
Now thoughts are also, you have positive thoughts, negative thoughts, your thought about your loved ones, your thoughts about things which didn't go right.
Right.
So everything is attacking you at the same time. Absolutely. So in a day-to-day activity, you're going through a lot of thought activity in your mind.
Yes.
So the whole idea here is to give out good thoughts.
Absolutely.
Because everything you give out comes back to you.
That is what you mentioned.
It's a karma, it's a boomerang, it's the how universe works.
Right.
So, as soon as you realize that a lot of activity in the mind is going on and you want to calm it down.
Yeah.
So you take a plan, you start to do few things which will slow down the mind.
Yes.
Now, in this particular episode, let's talk about gratification.
Okay, that's very important. Yeah. I mean, we all practice, but some few things you can tell us, like where we can, make our gratitude more powerful, or make our thought process more powerful. What time of the day we should do gratitude, whether it should be throughout the day, or how we can bring it in our day-to-day life.
Well, there is no wrong time.
Right.
The only thing is, whenever you realize that there is a lot of activity going on and you are getting anxious about something, or you are not at ease with yourself, you can start the gratification program.
So
gratitude is very simple. It's like you are putting out thoughts. So think of gratitude as a thought.
Okay.
So every gratitude you put out is a thought you are putting out.
Okay.
So that means you are grateful for something.
Yes.
You are trying to acknowledge that there are good things happening around you. And once you start to radiate that part of message, it brings back calming, soothing, and grateful things.
And other
back
positive things back to you.
Right. So basically, if you consider it, that every gratitude I give today is my thoughts which are going to go into the universe and then going to
come back as a
grateful things to me.
multiplied. Right. Okay.
So you are already changing the process by convincing your mind that my gratitude or my practice of gratitude is going to bring me good things.
I think just by thinking this thing, that whatever thought goes out, that will come back to you in one way or the other. So whether you give a positive thought, or whether you give a gratitude thought, or whether you do a complaining thought, that has to come back to you. I think that is quite a shift in the mind, in the thought process, that why don't I give a gratitude thought? Because then at least the bad is not coming, or the good will be coming to me.
Right. In a real way, one has to understand that giving is receiving. So that means everything is a boomerang. That means everything builds your karma.
Right.
So in any way or with any method, you can convince your mind that whatever I put out is going to come back to me.
Sooner or later.
Right, and especially thoughts. Thoughts are very powerful. Your mind thinks of a thought, and that thought has no other business than to come true.
Come back and come true. Okay.
So when you put out a good thoughts for other people, it comes back in a very strong way, in a multitude effect, back to your own life.
But the thing is, you have to put the thought for other people, a nice thought, good thought, gratitude thought, without expecting anything back.
Well,
But then only it's gratitude.
Right, it is there. But again, in the long run, it doesn't matter if you have to convince yourself in the beginning that I should do it because it's going to come back.
Right.
Which is maybe for some people is a better way to start because you're still giving out good thoughts.
Right. So that is
It's not that you're sending a wrong message outside.
Yeah, because that's sometimes very difficult for people to convince themselves, oh, I'm giving, and then what if the other person doesn't do? So even if you think that way, it's okay to start because it is kind of a push little bit to your thought and then it becomes bit of automatic.
Right. Important thing I've heard is you should give out things to the person who will never give it back to you.
Okay.
So that way you are sending your gratitude to the nature, to Mother Earth, to everything around you. And then that takes away that, already you are being helped, you are breathing, the sun is coming out. So you are already benefiting from the nature itself.
So tell me one thing more, because you mentioned one time, so I'm trying to relate it with that. Is it only giving out good thought? Is it only giving out money, gifts, or is it something more than that? Can it be something giving out or giving up some of your bad habit, your complaining habit, something like, because you mentioned sometimes back that giving up complaining is another way of making space within yourself.
Right. Now that is a different topic.
Okay.
And that will take a lot of time to go over.
But can
that.
we relate anything with,
Yeah, it's all, basic concept is that all what is happening to you has been done by you.
Right.
So when you look at it that way, then your mind is the most powerful thing, and mind is the one giving your thought. Now, you can describe, like you said, every thought you can describe in a fashion.
Right.
That's a complaining thought. That's a thought of gratitude.
So if you're complaining, then complaining will come back.
Thought of appreciation.
Right.
Thought of love. So anything you put out is going to come back to you. So if you just understand that aspect, so right now you're feeling anxious or you are not at ease.
Yes.
So you start to give out
You divert your
gratitude.
mind. You divert your mind and see what things good are happening to you, and then you feel gratitude for that.
Right. And like it has been said before, if you have a thought and you realize that thought is not good for you or for someone around you, don't let it finish. Just change it right there with the thought of gratitude,
Right.
thought of love. Try to see good habits or good moments you have spent with that person before. So it could be any kind of thought. And in a similar fashion, you can switch it. So if the thought is that this guy was not nice to me. So then if you keep the same momentum of niceness, you can change your thought in a nice way about that person.
Okay. So some other things that person has
so
done
then you are transmutating that energy and transforming it into a positive.
But just imagine if that person has not done any nice thing. Then should we change
Still
our
his-
thoughts to something else?
Still, I think just his presence in your environment is a message that there was something maybe you did not understand why he's there.
Or if he's that doing something which is not nice, maybe it's giving you a learning.
Yeah, but
So-
look at the other, the statement I'm trying to make here. You are the creator
Right.
of whatever is happening to
Okay,
you.
so even the
So-
people coming in your life, you have...
So if somebody has showed up
Right.
in your environment,
Right. Oh, this is really interesting. And like you said, that even if people who come in around our life, they are our own creation.
yes.
No, that's amazing. And you need to be grateful, or you need to appreciate that is your own creation and they have shown in your
Right.
presence.
So coming back again. So you are responsible for all your actions.
Yeah.
You are responsible for your circumstances.
Right.
You are responsible for creating all those elements around you.
Around you.
So a thought which says, okay, this guy, I don't even know him, and he's never done anything good to me, how I can feel gratitude about that person. What we are trying to achieve was that if a person has showed up,
that means,
and you have come to a conscious realization that he is in my environment, maybe he's done something good or not, but the moment you have that conscious realization, that means it is for a reason.
That's great. That's great. This is very powerful. Yeah.
Because universe is going to act, and universe doesn't know which person he's going to pick and do the action.
Right.
Which is going to train you or
help you, learn you. Yes, absolutely.
So he may have just showed up just to...
So you have to be grateful for everyone who is in your life. You have to be nice, or like you don't know like which person is going to give you what kind of path or direction.
Yeah, so because universe didn't pick him to come in front of you to confront you for something, doesn't mean he doesn't have a role.
This is a big learning for me as well, something very new, to see people in a different way, because we only see gratitude as, oh, I'm grateful for the life I have, the bed I have, the money I have. People, yes, we see the good people like our family members, but we generally don't be grateful for the people who are not that nice to us. Yeah,
this
is very powerful.
That's what we were trying to do before.
Yeah.
That give out the thoughts for the people who will not give you back positive. So if you have a positive thought, give it out to all the people who are in your surrounding, and you know you're not going to get it back. So you are limiting that aspect of doing something unconditionally, not attached to condition, because you only respect the people who are your relatives or friends, and you are not appreciative of the fact that the other people who showed up and didn't have an interaction with you were not your creation.
No, this is very, very helpful, and I'm sure my audience are going to benefit, and having a very different aspect of, very different view of gratitude, because gratitude is
very powerful.
So powerful, and we use it. A lot of people use gratitude in their daily life, but they use only for the things which they can see, money, not for the thought, not for
those
the
people. Those are condition-based gratitude.
Right.
So now, if you really want to go to a peaceful stage and get out of those things which are happening to you, frustration, anxiety, depression, or any...
Just divert your mind.
Divert your mind, and on a broad basis, be grateful. You also ask what time is good for.
Yes.
Anytime.
Anytime, whenever you can.
Yeah, but a lot of people are talking about doing it before you go to sleep, or at the time in the morning.
Morning you wake up, evening, but it can be any time when you have few moments.
Any time when you are consciously aware and you change your thinking into a thought of gratitude. For
so whenever you want to bring positive thing in your life, you can do gratitude. Simple as that.
That means you woke up at that moment.
All right.
So doing it whenever you wake up.
Yeah.
Whenever you have a conscious presence of your own self.
Yeah.
Realizing that something is not going right, my thoughts are
You want to do something, and then
you consciously change your thought into a thought of gratitude. That's the time you woke up.
Yeah, no, this is very, very powerful.
So you can do it any time and make it a habit, and this habit is really very good.
Thank you so much for explaining this so wonderfully. I have learned a lot of new things today, and I'm sure my audience who are new to this channel and who have been practicing gratitude will learn many, many new things, many new aspects of gratitude, and bring it to their life to bring peace, calmness, and a lot of positive changes in their life. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
And I will see you in the next episode.